You may have heard or read a story at a Christian's funeral. Somebody says, well, I guess that God needed another angel. Or little Timmy has passed from this life and has now become an angel. These might be heartwarming anecdotes or sayings, romantic, poetic, but are they biblical? Let's take a look at the scripture. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27 tells us that man was made in the image of God. Did you know that there is no scripture that says the same about angels? David says in Psalm 8 and verse 5 that man was made a little lower than the angels. But then we read in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 3 that redeemed mankind in heaven, we shall judge angels. When mankind fell, the plan of salvation was put into effect. The redemption made possible by Jesus on the cross, John 19, 20, and 21 are one of the places that tell us that wonderful story. But when angels fell, do you know there was no plan of salvation made for them? The gospel is unique to mankind. 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 12, it says, the angels desire to look in and try to understand this about the gospel. If we became angels, where would the puzzlement be? In Luke chapter 16, this comes from Jesus himself. When the faithful one had died, had a lifetime of sickness and poverty, when he died, he was taken by the angels to the presence of God and an eternity of comfort, but he never became an angel. In 1 Corinthians chapter 15, we see that in the rapture, our resurrection body, we will become incorruptible, we will become immortal, we will then, as Revelation 21:3 says, we will walk with God. But in no place does it says that our condition will now be angelic. The separation is there. Revelation chapter 4. You're going to look around the throne. There's redeemed mankind there, singing and praising the 24 elders alongside angels, heavenly ones, celebrating together. There's another clear separation mark in Revelation chapter 22 and verse 9 when John starts to worship angels and he's rebuked. John, don't do this. Look, John, we're co-laborers together. So you see all through the scripture as we keep looking at these different passages that we see nothing where mankind becomes angels. These are two separate entities in heaven where we celebrate the Lord together, as we see in Revelation chapter 15, Revelation chapter 19. We can rejoice in that. But as we look into the scripture, that redeemed mankind do not become angels.